This is a stimulus update and daily news report. I got some important updates to share with you. The Supreme Court agrees to hear the case over Biden of student loan forgiveness program. The Supreme Court said on Thursday it will take up a court fight between the Biden administration and a coalition of 6 Republican-led states challenging by the legality of the president's student loan forgiveness program. This could go on for maybe an entire year. Student loan forgiveness was promised a few months ago, but now it may not happen at all, and it's gonna sit in the Supreme Court for a while. The deadline to receive direct payments worth up to $4,000 is 5 p.m. last Monday. Next, great news for retirees. 2 reasons your Social Security check could be bigger in 2023. Runaway inflation has been an obstacle for many retired Americans this year, but changes to Social Security and Medicare could provide a little more financial security next year. So what's going on here? The Social Security Administration, SSA, implements an annual cost of living adjustment, or COLA, to keep benefits aligned with rising prices. After suffering the worst bout of inflation in 4 decades in 2022, it should come as no surprise that beneficiaries will get the largest COLA in 4 decades in 2023. Specifically, Social Security benefits will increase by 8.7% next year, marking the biggest rise since 1982. The average retired worker will receive an extra $146 per month next year, according to the SSA, but that figure will vary from person to person. For instance, anyone that received the maximum monthly Social Security benefit of $4,994 in 2022 will get an extra $365 each month in 2023. Secondly, a rare decrease in the standard Medicare Part B premium. When the standard Part B premium jumped 14.5% to $170.10 per month in 2020, it put a sizable dent in the Social Security benefits paid to retired workers. But the exact opposite will happen next year. The standard Part B premium will fall 3% to $164.90 per month, marking only the second decrease in the last 2 decades. Most Social Security beneficiaries over age 65 will save $5.20 per month on Part B coverage next year. On the whole, the unusually large Social Security COLA coupled with a rare decrease in medical Part B premiums is good news for retired workers. A bigger Social Security check in 2023 could help restore some of the buying power benefits lost in 2020. But there is a downside. A bigger Social Security check in 2023 will also mean a bigger tax bill for some beneficiaries when they file their 2023 tax returns in early 2024. Some interesting news here. Trump said that the Constitution should be terminated due to massive election fraud. What he's saying is, so with the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception in working closely with big tech companies and DNC and the Democratic Party, do you know the presidential election result 2020 out and declare the rival winner? Or do you have a new election? Former President Trump wrote, a massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. He continued, the US still had 10.3 million job openings at the end of October. Aside, businesses are still trying to fill positions. White House spokesperson said, well, that 10.3 million number is down somewhat. It was 10.7 the month before, and it's about 1 million higher last year. So we are beginning to see it feel a little bit softer. But in the broader context, the market is still extremely hot. The big concern we have right now is employers are saying they've got great jobs, but they don't. They can't locate people with the skills that they need. If you look much deeper, there are many times that a number of people turning in low-wage jobs. What we need to be able to do is support people in that process to do a few things. Number one, we have to make sure that they have access to programs where they can get basic skills like digital skills that end up opening a lot of doors, or more specific skills like trade skills or programming skills. But we need to be able to provide pathways for people to get those relatively easily. And then we also need to ensure that people have support throughout that process, so they can complete those programs. Increasingly, what we see is people who are looking to move forward in life have other challenges, maybe childcare or transportation to get to training classes or other things. And so it's often those secondary issues that cause people to drop out of the process. But if we can help them throughout the entire process to get to the other end and they land that better job, it's so worth it for them and our collaborations. And then often when people get to that point, they see the opportunities, they see additional training opportunities, and they are not just in a better job, but they are on a much better trajectory. He also stated, a lot of companies have been expanding the training resources that they have, but they are focusing mostly on their existing employees. And that's very important because existing jobs are becoming much more sophisticated. So the same job 5 years ago today has potentially much higher requirements in terms of technical competencies or whatever. But the big issue really is at the front end is ensuring people have the ability to compete for those jobs to even take place in those training programs. So often, people don't understand the exits and where to go or what they need. And so what we try to do is ensure that when people come to us, we work with them, we access their skills, we access where they are in life, and we help them understand what's available for them. And we work with them throughout this journey to get it, but it's a number of factors, and it really depends on the kinds of jobs we are talking about. Alright, that is all the news that I have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. See you in the next video.